Welcome. This is not just another time video. This is not a list of random tips. Instead, this is a mirror. This mirror will reveal why your life feels stuck. It will show why days slip through your fingers. You will see why you always feel like you are running nowhere. Every day, the clock offers you 24 hours. That gives you 440 minutes. You get 400 seconds daily. And without noticing, you scroll, you pause, you become distracted. You check your phone for one thing and lose an hour. You begin a task, then forget the reason you began. You tell yourself, just 5 more minutes. This happens again and again until the day is over. You are not lazy, you are not useless, you are certainly not a failure. You simply never learned the right way to manage time. School did not teach us this. Society gave us no warning, and now life is making us pay. In this video, I will give you 12 powerful tips. They are brutally honest and life-changing. This is not basic advice like wake up early. I am talking about deep mindset changes. These are practical systems and mental rewiring. You can finally take back control. Control of your day, your focus, and your life. And yes, this video improves your English. The best way to learn English is to use it. Use it to change your own life. So listen with care. Take notes. Let every word touch your soul. Because time is not just a tool. Time is your life. Once it passes, it never returns. This will change how you manage your hours. It will also help you think clearly in English. You will learn BID ideas in simple English. Your listening will improve with every word. So, if you are ready to grow, let's begin. Tip 1. You don't manage time, you manage attention. Most people believe they have a time problem. What they truly have is an attention problem. You say you lack time to finish a course. You claim there is no time to join the gym. You think you lack time to learn English. But here is the reality. You had the time. You just did not protect it. You gave it away to short videos. You gave it to distractions. You gave it to other people's needs. Time is always present. You do not lose time, you lose focus. You cannot control how much time you have. But you can control where your attention goes. And your life follows your attention. Imagine you are a business. You get a budget of $1.440 each day. This is your attention budget. It equals 440 minutes. Now you give $200 to Instagram. You spend $300 on random YouTube videos. $150 is spent checking your phone constantly. $200 is used worrying about things that do not matter. $100 goes to gossip about people who do not care. And now, nothing is left for your goals. Your brain is bankrupt. This is not from a lack of time. It is because you wasted your attention like bad money. A business spending money this way would fail. But this is how most people use their time daily. This is a moment for realization. If you control your attention, you can win your day. If you shield your focus, you can change your life. This is true no matter how busy you are. Forget about time management apps. Forget expensive planners. Your success starts when you decide something. Decide what deserves your focus and what does not. How to apply this tip? First, track where your attention is going. For one day, write down how you use each hour. Do not lie. Be completely honest. Second, find the attention leaks. Where are you giving focus to things that give nothing back? Third, set up focus hours. During these hours, your phone is off. Your room is quiet. Your mind belongs only to your main task. Fourth, protect your energy. A tired mind will seek out diversions, so sleep well, eat right, and breathe. People who succeed in life do not have more time. They just direct their attention to the right things. They do this again and again and again. They refuse 99 things. This allows them to say yes to the one that matters. Because attention is not just about your day. Attention is how you shape your destiny. Tip 2. Clarity is your superpower. Let's be truthful. Most people are not lazy. They are not broken or unmotivated. They are simply unclear. They wake with confusing goals. Their priorities are vague. Their minds are full of 100 vague ideas. So what is the result? They check their phone, they open Instagram, they scroll, they eat snacks, they jump between tasks, finishing nothing. Then the day is over and guilt starts. Confusion is the enemy of action. Clarity is the start of power. You cannot manage your time well. Not if you don't know its purpose. Imagine entering a grocery store. You do not have a shopping list. You do not know what you need. You are not sure of your budget. You do not even know what to cook for dinner. You just begin walking around. You pick up chips. You get some juice. You forget the important items. You waste 45 minutes in the aisles. When you get home, you see what you forgot. You missed the one thing you needed, which was rice. This is how most people live their lives. They lack a clarity list for their day. They do not know what success is, so they waste hours reacting to life. They are not leading their life. Without clarity, your brain starts to panic. It seeks out what is comfortable. It looks for easy ways out. It avoids difficult tasks. It hides behind fake productivity. Answering emails or watching tutorials. Organizing files while ignoring what is vital. Clarity is not just knowing what to do. It is knowing what not to do. It is knowing what comes first. It is knowing why it is important. And it is knowing when to stop. How to apply this tip? Begin with the end in mind. Each morning, ask yourself a question. What does success look like today? Avoid vague goals like work on a project. That is not clarity. Say, I will write 2 presentation slides. Or, I will finish 30 minutes of English listening. A clear target leads to a clear outcome. That provides a clear victory. Use the one-sentence rule. If you cannot explain your goal in one sentence, you are not clear. For example, I want to improve my career. That is too vague. I will update my resume and apply for 2 jobs today. That is clarity. Choose 3 main tasks, not 20. Do not let your to-do list become a waste of time. Pick 3 high-value tasks. These are things that move your life forward. If everything seems urgent, then nothing truly is. Set a daily guiding principle. One sentence can define your mission for the day. Write it on a sticky note. Put it on your phone's wallpaper or in your planner. Today I will learn. Today I will build. Today I will move forward. Read it when your mind begins to wander. Do not start your day before this step is done. Never act until you have mental clarity. This 5-minute check will save you 5 hours of chaos. You would not build a house without a plan. You would not begin a trip without a map. So why would you start your day without clarity? A house without a plan becomes a mess. A journey without a map becomes a circle. And a day without clarity becomes a waste of life. Clarity gives you power. Clarity gives you speed. Clarity gives you freedom. When your mind is clear, your actions are sharp. You stop wasting your energy. You stop doubting yourself. You stop starting tasks you will never finish. You become the leader of your time. You are not a slave to distraction. If your life feels heavy, slow, or confused, do not blame yourself. Fix your clarity. Because the more clear you become, the more unstoppable you are. Tip 3. Break big work into small, clear steps. Let me start with this powerful truth. People delay tasks, not from laziness. They procrastinate because a task seems huge. They do not know where to start. That is why we get stuck. That is why we scroll on our phones. That is why we say, I will do it later. It is not because we do not care. It is because we face something large and unclear, and the brain dislikes what it cannot understand. Imagine you are told to build a car. Just that. No steps, no guide, no manual. What would happen? You would panic. You would doubt your abilities. You would not even begin. The goal feels too big and far away. Now, think about the same task differently. This time, someone breaks it down for you. Step 1 is to place the wheels. Step 2 is to attach the base. Step 3 is to fit the engine. Step 4 is to connect the wiring. Step 5 is to install the doors. Step 6 is to paint the body. Now, what seemed impossible feels achievable. This is the power of breaking things down. Let's use a real goal. Something people often say, I need to learn English. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But that one sentence is a huge, undefined mountain. So what is the result? You feel lost. You switch between different apps. You watch a couple of videos. You download some PDF files. You take no real action. Because you never broke the mountain into steps. Now let's break that goal into smaller parts. Step 1, learn 5 new words today. Step 2, use them in 5 sentences. Step 3, say those sentences aloud. Step 4, listen to one English story. Step 5, write 1 paragraph with what you learned. Step 6, repeat tomorrow with 5 new words. Suddenly, the impossible goal becomes a clear daily plan. And the brain loves clarity. Clarity leads to action. Action leads to results. And results create motivation. Many people say, one day I will write a book, but they never do. Not because they are unable, but because they do not break it down. What's write a book really mean? They never define it. How many pages? How many chapters? What is the title? What is the outline? How many words each day? What is the deadline? So it remains in their mind as a dream. Big, heavy, and distant. And dreams that are not broken into steps stay dreams forever. How to apply this tip? Choose one large task. It could be anything. Study for a test or start a business. Build a YouTube channel or learn a language. Lose weight or clean your home. Write the final goal clearly. Ask yourself what done looks like. Be very specific. Do not say get fit. Say lose 5 kilograms in 60 days. Do not say make videos. Say upload 4 videos in the next 30 days. Break it down like a cooking recipe. Turn the final goal into small pieces. Like parts of a puzzle. Let's say your goal is to create a YouTube channel. Break it down like this. Create a channel name. Design the profile and banner. Write the channel description. Choose video topics. Script the first video. Record it. Edit it. Upload it. Share it on social media. Now you have a checklist, not a monster. Assign deadlines to each step. Do not just say, I will do it. Say, I will finish steps 1 to 3 today. Steps 4 to 6 will be done tomorrow. Small deadlines beat big doubts. Track your progress visually. Put a check mark next to each completed step. This gives your brain a reward. And the more you finish, the more motivated you feel. Starting small is not a weakness. It is how every great thing is built. Apple did not start with the iPhone. Amazon did not begin with billions. Everything big starts small, but it always starts with one step. So if your task feels too big, the problem is not you. The problem is how the task is framed in your mind. Break it, slice it, simplify it. Then take that first step. Because no matter how large the mountain is, you climb it one step at a time. Tip 4. Keep reminding yourself what matters. Now let's start with a simple truth. The brain is not a storage device. It is a machine for survival. It does not hold your dreams. It does not track your goals. It does not remember your priorities. It remembers your fears and your desires. It remembers your regrets and your dopamine triggers. It remembers all your distractions. So even if you set goals in the morning, your brain forgets them by 11 a.m. This is why most people waste their days. It is not because they do not care. It is because they do not remind themselves. They forget what matters right now. Imagine you are in a massive airport. You are at gate A2. Your flight leaves from gate E44. Now, imagine you forget that gate number. You start walking around, you check your phone, you take a wrong turn, you grab a coffee, you enter the wrong terminal, and soon you have missed your flight. Why did this happen? Because you did not remind yourself of your destination. That is exactly how life works. If you do not remind yourself what is important every few hours, you will get lost. You will be distracted by fake urgency, emails, gossip, videos, and notifications, and you will miss your real goals. Here is the harsh reality. You do not need more goals. You need more reminders of your existing ones. A goal written on January 1st is useless if it is not remembered every single day. You do not lose your dream in one big moment. You lose it in 1,000 small moments of distraction. How to apply this tip? Write your main focus every morning. Ask yourself, what is the most vital thing I need to do today? Write it down, not in your head, not as a thought, on paper or on a screen, somewhere you can see it. Set 3 daily checkpoints. For example, at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. At each time, ask a simple question. Am I doing what is important right now? If not, pause and change your direction. Create a lock screen reminder. Make your phone's wallpaper say, "What matters now?" It sounds small, but this helps. Seeing this 50 times a day will retrain your mind. Use voice alarms. Record your own voice saying something. Hey, do not waste this hour. You said this was important. Set it as a reminder every 3 to 4 hours. Let your past self help your future self. Do not rely on your memory. Rely on systems. Your brain will forget. Your system will remember. Build reminders outside of your head, on paper, on screens, in alarms, and in your space. Success is not about remembering once. It is about remembering again and again and again. People do not fail because they lack knowledge. They fail because they forget what to do at the right time, so do not just set a goal and leave it. Remind yourself. Train your brain to refocus. Because distraction is not an accident. It is the default. And focus is not natural. It is a choice you must repeat. Tip 5. Use your most active hours for high-value work. This tip is not about planning. It is not about priorities. It is about your energy. Because time alone means nothing if your energy is gone. Most people try to do deep work when their brain is tired. They waste their sharpest hours on small things. Then they try to do vital work when they are exhausted. This is one of the biggest mistakes in modern life. Imagine this situation. You have a phone. It is 100% charged at 9 a.m. By 3 p.m., it is down to 20%. Would you rather watch Netflix at 100% and then try to work at 20%? Or would you reverse that? This is just like your brain. When you wake up, your mental battery is full. But most people waste this high-energy time. They check the news or reply to messages. They scroll social media or watch just one video. Then, when they finally sit to work, their brain is slow. It is tired, distracted, and stressed. They gave their best energy to things that do not matter. They left their important tasks with nothing. It is not just about how many hours you work. It is about when you work. Work with your brain, not against it. Every person has a natural rhythm. Some people are sharpest in the morning. Some are best in the evening. But every brain has a peak zone. That zone is sacred. It is your most powerful tool. You must protect it. How to apply this tip? Track your brain's rhythm for 3 days. Note down when you feel most alert. When do you feel most tired, creative, or focused? You will find your natural focus window. Schedule your deep work during these peak hours. This is the time for studying or writing, for building, thinking, or speaking in English. For recording your content, do not use this time to clean your inbox. Do not do admin tasks or scroll online. Create a no distraction zone during this time. Turn off your notifications, block websites, put your phone in a different room. Let people know you are not available. Treat this window like a vital meeting, a meeting with your future self. Get some wins early in the day. If you can, start your day with one deep accomplishment. For example, write 500 words. Finish your English listening practice. Solve your hardest task first. This gives your mind momentum. It makes you unstoppable. Save low-energy tasks for your low-energy hours. Things like email, scheduling, or text replies. Cleaning can also wait. Push these tasks to later in the day, when your brain is naturally slower. You do not have to work harder. You just have to work smarter with your energy. Do not give the leftovers to your dreams. Do not build your future with the worst hours of your day. Protect your peak zone. Honor your energy. Because when your energy and effort align, you do not just manage time. You dominate it. Tip 6. The 2-minute rule. Start before your brain can stop you. Let me share one of the greatest time secrets. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. But even more powerful is this. If a task feels too big, start it for just 2 minutes. Because here is the truth. Your brain hates effort. It does not want hard work. It wants comfort, routine, and safety. So when you think, I will do it later, that is not laziness. That is your brain protecting you from discomfort. And the longer you wait, the harder it is to start. You walk by your messy bed. Your brain says, ugh, I will do it later. But it really takes less than 2 minutes to fix. The same goes for putting a glass in the sink, or replying to a short email, or texting back yes or no, or throwing something in the trash, or putting your shoes on the rack. Yet you avoid it. You scroll on your phone instead. You say, I will do it after lunch. But here is what happens. Small delays become a mental burden. And that burden starts to drain your energy. Every 2-minute task you avoid is one more reason you feel tired. You feel stuck and unmotivated. Because your brain is carrying incomplete tasks. Now, imagine you finish those small tasks right away. The clutter is gone. The noise is reduced. The guilt disappears. And your mind feels light. Let's go deeper. Imagine you have a large task, like writing a report or making a presentation. Studying, recording your voice, or learning English. It feels huge. You delay it. You scroll. You say, I do not feel like it. But here is the secret. Tell yourself, I will just do it for 2 minutes. Just open the file. Just write 1 sentence. Just listen to 1 minute of English. And what happens next? You begin. And once you start, something magical occurs. Momentum replaces motivation. You do not stop after 2 minutes. You continue for 10, then 20, and you are now in the zone. Because action creates energy, and starting is the only way to beat resistance. How to apply this tip? Any task under 2 minutes, do it instantly. No delay, no hesitation, and no overthinking. If it takes less than 120 seconds, get up and finish it now. Use the just 2 minutes mind trick. For big tasks, say this to yourself. I am not doing the whole thing, just the first 2 minutes. You are not lying to yourself. You are just giving your brain an easy start. Celebrate the start, not just the end. Do not wait to feel proud when you finish everything. Feel proud the moment you begin. Because starting is the hardest part. Use a timer. Do not think, just set it. Use your phone or a watch. Set it for 2 minutes. Once the timer starts, begin right away. No prep, no warm-up, just go. Every life change starts with 2 minutes of courage. People wait for motivation. They wait for the right mood, the perfect plan, or the perfect moment. But nothing beats this simple action. Start right now, even if it is small, or messy, or short. Because once you begin, you become unstoppable. Tip 7. Win the week, not just the day. Everyone says to win the day. Take it one day at a time. And yes, that sounds good. But here is the harsh truth. One great day will not change your life. A great week repeated over and over will. Because real progress is not about one action. It is about what you repeat. Let's say Netflix has a great Monday. Millions of users log in. Everything is perfect. No bugs, no crashes, and great customer support. But then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are a disaster. The app crashes, users leave, and everything breaks. Will Netflix be considered successful? Of course not, because one good day is meaningless. If the system fails for the rest of the week, this is exactly how most people live. They have one productive day. They eat clean, work hard, and focus well. They feel amazing. Then for the next 6 days, they return to distraction. They go back to excuses and chaos. And by the end of the week, nothing has changed. You do not need a perfect day. You need a repeatable system for your week. That is where your power lies. That is where your identity is formed. That is where your life changes. Because the world does not reward one-time actions. It rewards what you do every week without fail. How to apply this tip? Build a weekly focus plan. Choose 3 main goals for your entire week. For example, learn 50 English words. Upload 2 short YouTube videos. Exercise 3 times. Write them down. Make them visible. Make them sacred. Set weekly non-negotiables. These are habits that must happen, no matter what. Examples include 3 English listening sessions, 1 content creation session, 1 weekly review every Sunday night. Treat them like doctor's appointments. They are not optional. Track weekly wins, not daily perfection. Stop asking, did I have a perfect day? Quote. Instead ask, did I move forward this week? If you made 5% progress, that is a win. If you failed on 2 days but won on 5, that is success. Use Sunday to plan, reflect, and reset. Ask yourself this every week. What worked? What did not? What will I repeat next week? This single weekly habit can set you apart from 95% of people. Time does not care about what you do today. It cares about what you repeat every week. You do not build a body in one workout. You do not gain fluency in one lesson. You do not build success in one productive day. You build it by stacking powerful weeks, silently and consistently. So stop chasing perfect days. Start building unbreakable weeks. That is how you win at life. Tip 8. Time blocking. Give every hour a job. Here is one of the most brutal truths about time. If you do not assign your hour a task, distraction will. And distraction is never unemployed. Most people start their day with hope, not a plan. They say, I will try to work. Maybe I will read later. Let's see what happens. If I have time, I will study. But here is what actually happens. The day vanishes. The energy vanishes. The clarity vanishes. Why? Because they never gave their hours a purpose. Their day became like a house with no walls. No rooms, no structure, just chaos. Imagine a company where no one knows their job. No meetings are scheduled, no team has a clear goal, everyone just does whatever feels right. That company would fail in a month. Now here is the hard truth. That is how most people run their lives. They wake up, open their phone, and drink coffee. They respond to messages. They jump from one task to another like a pinball. But successful people do not live this way. They live with intention. They give every single hour a job. This is the magic of time blocking. Time blocking means you do not hope to finish something. You do not depend on motivation. You do not leave your success to luck. You assign a clear task to every hour of your day, just like a manager gives tasks to employees. Because that is what your hours are. They are employees of your dream. Give them clarity, or they will waste your time. How to apply this tip? Divide your day into time blocks. Here is an example for a normal weekday. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. is for your morning routine. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is for deep work like writing. 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. is a break to refresh. 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. is for your second focused task. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. is for lunch with no screens. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. is for low-energy tasks like emails. 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. is for studying or English practice. 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. is for meetings or admin work. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. is for relaxing or light reading. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. is for reflection and planning. Of course, adjust this to your own life. But even 3 or 4 blocks can change everything. Protect your deep work blocks like gold. This is the time for learning new skills. For working on your dream or building content. No phone, no notifications, and no interruptions. This is your sacred zone. Create buffer blocks, which are spaces for chaos. Life is not perfect. People will call you. Unexpected tasks will appear. So add 1 or 2 flexible blocks each day for surprises. This way, chaos does not ruin your entire day. Use alarms or calendar reminders. Train your mind to switch tasks with structure. When the time block ends, stop and move on. This builds discipline and momentum. End the day with a shutdown block. Do not carry your day into your night. Use the final 30 minutes of your day to review. Check what you finished. See what needs to be moved. Plan the top 3 tasks for tomorrow. Close the laptop. Calm your brain. Rest. Time blocking is not about control. It is about freedom. You are not trapping your life. You are protecting it. Without a time plan, every hour is a target for distraction. With time blocking, every hour helps your success. You do not need more hours. You need more control over the hours you already have. Tip 9. Set a distraction time, not 0 distractions. Let's be realistic. Nobody can work for 10 hours straight, not with 0 distractions. Your brain needs breaks. You will scroll, you will check messages, you will want entertainment, and that is okay if it is planned. The real problem is that most people fight distractions with willpower. They say, I will not touch my phone. I will stay focused all day. No YouTube today. But then what happens? 3 hours later, they are on YouTube. They are on Instagram. They are binge watching and snacking. And then the guilt arrives. I am weak. I am lazy. I have no control. Here is the psychology behind this. Your brain is not weak. It is just fighting against having 0 rewards. When you tell your brain no distraction ever, it feels punished. It becomes tense. It starts looking for pleasure. So instead of waiting for your permission, it takes it, usually at the worst possible time. But there is a smarter way. Set a distraction block, a planned window of freedom. What if you said, for the next 2 hours, I will work hard. Then at 4 p.m., I can scroll guilt-free for 20 minutes. Now your brain relaxes, it cooperates, it stays focused because it knows a reward is coming. You have turned distraction from an enemy into a controlled tool. Think of a dog. If you never take it for a walk, it will cause trouble. It will bark non-stop and become restless. It might chew your shoes just to release energy. But if you say, we will walk every day at 5, the dog becomes calm. It trusts the routine. That is just like your brain. It does not want freedom all the time. It wants predictable breaks, so it can work harder in between them. How to apply this tip? Choose your distraction time block. Pick 1 or 2 time slots in the day. Maybe 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m., or 4 p.m. to 4:30 p.m., or only after 7 p.m. This is your scroll time, your video time, your TV time, whatever your brain wants. Announce it to yourself clearly. Say, this is my free time. I earned it. Why? Because the brain listens to rituals. It feels rewarded. Do not disrespect your own time block. When the time is over, return to your focus. Use an alarm or a timer. Teach your brain that pleasure is allowed, but not in control. If you break the rule, do not punish yourself. Just reset. This system is not about being perfect. It is about smart design. Distraction itself is not the enemy. Unplanned distraction is. You do not need to quit distractions. You need to control them before they control you. When you set a distraction time, you work better. You can rest without guilt. You feel more balanced. And you build a sustainable focus system. This is how you manage your time for the long run. Tip 10. The 80-20th rule. Focus on the few things that truly matter. Here is a secret that changed the lives of many people. Millionaires, leaders, artists, and creators. Not everything you do is important. Only a few things truly create results. This is called the 80-20th rule. It is also known as the Pareto principle. And here is what it means. 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. 80% of your happiness comes from 20% of your activities. 80% of your success comes from 20% of your habits. The rest is just distraction and noise. It is fake productivity and busy work. It is time fillers and mental clutter. Let's say you own a business with 10 different products. But after checking your data, you learn something. 2 products bring in 80% of your revenue. The other 8 products do almost nothing. What do smart business owners do? They stop wasting time on all 10. They focus on the T20 that actually work. This is what you must do with your life. Here is a brutal truth. Most people are busy, not effective. They do 100 small things that look impressive. But these things do not move them forward. They make to-do lists with 17 items. They clean their email inbox for an hour. They watch productivity videos for hours. They attend every meeting and check every message. They help everyone else except themselves. At the end of the day, they feel tired but not changed because they spent their energy on the 80% that does not matter. How to apply this tip? Ask this powerful question. What are my top 20% activities? The ones that bring 80% of the results? Be honest with yourself. If you want to grow on YouTube, maybe 20% of your videos bring 80% of your views. If you are learning English, maybe 20% of your study brings most of your fluency. Like listening and speaking practice. Not downloading more vocabulary lists. If you want to grow your finances, maybe 20% of your skills bring most of your income. Eliminate the time wasters. Make a list of things to stop doing. This includes replying to non-urgent messages right away, checking notifications every 10 minutes, reading news that does not help your goals, saying yes to things that drain your energy, doing low-value work during your high-energy hours. Delete what does not matter, not just from your computer, but from your mind. Focus on the winners. Once you find your 20%, spend more time there, make it a system, track it, improve it. For example, if 1 hour of English listening gives you big results, schedule it daily. Schedule it during your peak energy time. If 20% of your clients bring 80% of your income, give them more value. If one type of content brings 80% of your views, create more of it. Review this weekly. What created the most progress? Every Sunday, ask, where did my growth come from this week? Write it down. Repeat it. Ignore the rest. You do not need more time. You need more clarity on what truly matters. You do not win at life by doing everything. You win by finding the few important things and doing them consistently and powerfully, without any distraction. This is the mindset of high performers, and once you adopt it, your time will never be wasted again. Tip 11. Measure your time like you measure money. Let me ask you a question. When did you last track your time? The same way you track your money? You know how much money is in your wallet, you check your bank account balance, you count your change, you protect your savings, you even know what you spent on lunch last week. But what about your time? You do not know where it went. You say, the day just flew by. I don't know what I did. I was busy but accomplished nothing. This is a tragedy. You protect your money like gold, but you waste your time as if it were free. But here is the truth. Time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and earn it back. But once an hour is gone, it is gone forever. Imagine you get $86,400 in your bank account every day. But at the end of each day, the entire amount disappears. You must use it today, or it is lost forever. Would you waste it? No. You would plan. You would set priorities. You would spend it carefully. You would track every single dollar. Well, guess what? That is exactly what time is. You get 86,400 seconds every single day. Use them or lose them forever. Here is the mental shift you need. Stop thinking time is endless. Start treating it like your most precious asset. You are not spending your day, you are investing it. And like any investment, if you do not track it, you will lose it. How to apply this tip? Do a time audit for 2 days. Take a notebook or use an app. Track every 30 minutes of your day for 48 hours. For example, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Scrolled Instagram. 9:30 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. Answered emails. 10:15 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Studied English. 11:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Got lost on YouTube. Now step back and look at it. Honestly, where is your time leaking? Where is your energy going? This audit will change your life. Rate each activity by its return on investment, or ROI. Was this task high ROI? Did it improve your skills or move your goals forward? Was it medium ROI? Necessary but neutral? Or was it low ROI? A distraction like mental junk food? This teaches your brain to see time as value, not just minutes. Create a time budget just like a money budget. Allocate your hours like you allocate your money. For example, 10 hours a week for learning English, 6 hours a week for your health, 3 hours a week for deep reading, 7 hours a week for creative work, 5 hours a week for family and fun, 2 hours a week for distraction. Now you have a structure, not a mess. Review weekly time statements, like bank statements. Review where your time went. What gave you the highest return? What needs to be cut? This small habit is the difference between drifting and winning. Treat time like money, and your future will be rich. Do not say, I don't have time. Say, I did not manage my time well, but I will now. Every minute you waste is not just lost, it is stolen from your future self. So protect your hours like you protect your dreams, because they are made of the same thing. Tip 12. Design your environment, not just your calendar. Let me tell you something painful. It is not always your fault. You are not lazy, you are not broken, you are not useless. Sometimes your environment is the problem. You planned everything, you made a list, you watched this video, you were ready. But the moment you sat down, your phone buzzed. Notifications appeared on your screen, your room was noisy, your workspace was a mess, your chair was uncomfortable, your browser tabs were open. The people around you started talking. Or worse, your mind remembered 10 other things. And before you knew it, your focus was gone. Your mood dropped, your goals disappeared. This was not because of you. It was because of what was around you. Imagine trying to meditate in a nightclub. Loud music, flashing lights, and people dancing. Now imagine trying to study at a concert. Or trying to write a book in a crowded market. It does not matter how motivated you are. Your environment will destroy your focus. Now, let's flip that. Imagine working in a clean, quiet, beautiful room. No notifications, a cup of tea, and a clear desk. You feel calm. You feel ready. You do not have to force motivation. It flows. That is the power of designing your environment. Here is the deep truth. Your brain is constantly reacting to signals, and your environment is full of invisible instructions. A TV in front of you says, sit, watch. Your phone says, scroll, react, respond. A messy desk says, you are behind, you are overwhelmed. Open tabs say you have too many things to do. Your bed says, let's rest for just 5 minutes. Your chair says you are uncomfortable, so let's get up. Every object is speaking to you. And if you do not control your environment, it will control you. How to apply this tip? Create a focus zone, not a fancy office. You do not need an expensive desk. You need a clear, intentional space. Clean your workspace. Remove distractions. Keep only what helps you. Put your phone in another room. Use noise-canceling headphones if you need them. Make it sacred. This is where your future is built. Your digital environment is your silent enemy. Your phone is not just a tool. It is a time bomb. Turn off notifications that are not essential. Move distracting apps off your home screen. Use website blockers while you work. Close tabs that you are not using. Clear your desktop background. Keep your digital world minimal and calm. Your digital world reflects your mental world. Use friction and ease to control your actions. Friction means making bad habits harder. Ease means making good habits easier. Here are some examples. Want to stop scrolling? Put your phone in another room. That adds friction. Want to read more? Keep your book on your pillow. That makes it easy. Want to drink more water? Keep a bottle by your laptop. Want to avoid late-night YouTube? Remove the app after 9 p.m. Do not just change your goals. Change your surroundings. Your social environment matters too. People are part of your environment. This part can be hard. Sometimes it is not your phone. It is your family, your friend, or your roommate. If the people around you do not respect your goals, you must set clear boundaries. Say, I need 2 hours alone to work. Please do not interrupt me during this time. I am building something. I need your support. If they cannot support you, then protect yourself. Your time is not a gift for everyone. It is the foundation of your future. Do not work against your environment. Work with it. If your room is noisy, go to a library. If your home is distracting, go to a cafe with headphones. If your screen is cluttered, start fresh. If your room is dim, add more light. If your space is too hot, fix it. This sounds small, but you cannot win big with broken systems. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And your environment is your most powerful system. You want to be more focused? Fix what is around you. You want to be more consistent? Fix what you see every day. You want to stop wasting time? Then build a space that says, this is where I create. This is where I grow. This is where I win. Because no matter how strong you are, a toxic environment will break you. But if you design the right space, it will help you reach the future you deserve. Now listen to me. You have reached the end. You have heard all 12 tips. You have learned truths that school never taught you. But now comes the real question. What will you do with your time now? Will you continue to live on autopilot? Waking up, scrolling, rushing, and regretting? Telling yourself, tomorrow I will change? Letting your dreams die for the sake of comfort? Or will this be the moment you say enough? This time, I take control. This time, I manage my time before it manages me. This time, I do not just learn, I apply. I act. I change. Because the world is full of people who know a lot, but only a few do a lot with what they know. You now have the tools, the systems, and the mindset. You have the truth. You do not need permission. You do not need more motivation. You just need to start, 1 minute at a time, one decision at a time, one habit at a time, 1 hour that you do not waste. Because time is not just a number. Time is not just a clock. Time is your life. And how you use it determines who you become. So now go and rebuild your calendar. Design your space. Protect your focus. Start small. Track your time. Think clearly. Work deeply. And, most importantly, do not waste another second. Your future is not waiting. It is already watching you. And it is asking, will you show up or will you scroll? If this video helped you, please share it. Let someone else change their life too. Subscribe to the channel and start your journey. A journey to a life you can finally respect. And always remember this. The way you manage your time is the way you manage your life. Let's make it count.